Greetings, fellow denizens of the digital world. It is I, the serial killer, now with 10% less thumb. Yes, that's what happens when you're not paying attention and you take the last bolt out of a heavy frame at the bottom of a filing cabinet and meet the world's dullest guillotine. I'm not here to talk to you about that today. No, what I'm here to talk to you about is, well, let's frame it up first. No pun intended. That's totally unintentional. My neighborhood is surrounded on several sides by school zones, as I'm sure plenty of people are living in residential areas with schools all over the place. What's frustrating me, though, about this is the simple fact that I understand it's a school zone. I go 30 kilometers an hour. In the case of Americans, I don't know how fast you have to go. Maybe you speed up in a school zone in some places. Not my cup of tea, but you go 30 kilometers an hour. That's the limit. I know this, and I know there are people that don't know this. But what doesn't help, especially with those people who don't know this, is the little signs on the side of the road that say, "Please slow down for the sake of my children." Now, if you're not telling your children to stay away from the road in the first place, or to look both ways, you're not doing enough for your children by putting up a sign, and you probably shouldn't have children. Just a judgment from me, who has no children of his own, but it's common sense. Teach your children to look both ways, and maybe they won't have the problem with the people who are speeding. They'll see them beforehand. But what really gets me about these signs is all they do is they distract these drivers who are already driving too fast, probably yakking away on their cell phone like a jackass. It distracts them from the road. So in that split second they're going, "Ooh, what's that shiny yellow thing over there?" They've hit your kid. Hey, congratulations, you've just facilitated that in some way. And I know the funny thing is these signs are actually provided by the insurance companies in the province I live in, and that amuses me to no end. But what really gets me, even more than these signs, what has made me laugh lately, is I'm driving through a local school zone. There's a rather large school, and it's I believe a high school, although it might be an all-ages French immersion school, but it's a high school for the most part. I see really older kids there. And I see these, octogenarians. Okay, I use the term disparagingly, but they look really damn old. These old people sitting on the side of the road where, usually cars would park, with all these little yellow safety markers around them, or little orange safety cones around them, in the hit-me vests, with a radar gun. Where do they get it in the first place? And what the hell are they going to do if they catch a guy going too fast? Are they going to run after him and, snap a picture of his car? Are they going to write down his... that's what they're going to do. They're going to write down his license plate number and call up the cops. And they're going to go, "This man was going too fast. Our radar gun told us, but we have absolutely no proof other than the fact that we have a radar gun for some reason." It's just more distractions from the road where people need to pay attention the most. It's feeble. It's not helping. It's not doing any good. And I don't see the point. I mean, if you can explain to me what the point of signs that distract from the road and old people sitting on the side of the road, marking down your speed and your license plate number, if you can explain this to me, that'd be a wonderful thing, because I really don't understand it. And, I'm learning to phase these things out so they lose their value, because anybody who's speeding anyway in those zones is not going to pay attention. It's just another example of something that's added layer upon layer upon layer to distract us from things we should be paying attention to. And in this case, something we should really be paying attention to, because I don't need to hit a kid. I don't want to hit a kid. It wouldn't be a good scene all around if I was looking at a sign that said, "Slow down for the sake of my children," and I was already going slow enough and I happened to hit a dumb kid who wasn't taught by his parents not to run across the road. But I guess that's just me. And as usual, questions, comments, and concerns, and death threats can be addressed at thexerialkiller@hotmail.com. Have a good day.